Before we look at some of the signs, we need to understand how to read and interpret the book of Revelation and Daniel and some of the other prophetic books of the Bible. One pastor told his congregation, "Don't read the book of Revelation because you will get nightmares." Another pastor told his congregation, "We can't understand it. Don't even try." Well, folks, the book of Revelation contradicts what these pastors are telling us. And for those of you who's never opened a Bible before, if you need help, just raise your hand and we're glad to help you. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3 says, "Blessed is he that reads and they that hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand." So contrary to what pastors will tell you, God actually pronounces a blessing on those who not only read the book of Revelation, but understand the book of Revelation. And so God himself tells you, you can read and understand it. And I think after a few meetings that you come here and I give you a few keys to help you understand prophecy, I think you're going to agree, well, it's really pretty clear. And I can understand the book of Revelation a lot better than I could a few months ago. A lot of people come to these seminars, and that is their very testimony. So the first key is the book of Revelation can be understood. Secondly, we must realize that Revelation is written in symbolic language. Now, folks, don't miss this point, because the majority of Christian pastors, those you see on Sunday morning preaching, they are taking much of the book of Revelation literally. And this is destroying the meaning and the understanding of the book of Revelation. And I think I know why this is happening. Let's look at Revelation 1 and verse 1. And I'm going to read this in the King James Version. Excuse me for using such an outdated version, but I find it is a very good version of the Bible, no matter what some people say about it. Revelation 1 and verse 1, "The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John." Now, what's really important here, if you don't have the King James Version, you probably don't have that word signify, which is unfortunate. Because in the Greek language, which the Bible was written in, signify means hidden, signs, or symbols. So in other words, much of the book of Revelation is written in signs and symbols. You ever heard about the mark of the beast? The government's going to chip, or they're going to get a stamp and stamp your hand or your forehead, and you're going to get that put literally there? Well, Revelation 1:1 says, no, don't read it that way, because it has been signified. It's been put in signs and symbols. And we'll do that meeting by meeting. If you read it literally, you're not going to understand it. It'll be very confusing with all the strange animals and symbolisms. So we have these four animals from Daniel, and then a couple of these from Revelation. So would you find a four-headed leopard or a winged leopard in the Hamilton Zoo? No, of course not. These are not literal animals. These are symbolic animals. I'm going to emphasize again, folks, the majority of the pastors in Christianity right now are using Revelation in a literal way, not in a signified way, which is very unfortunate. Now, another key to understanding the book of Revelation is Revelation has 404 verses, and 276 of those verses are found in other books of the Bible. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means that when you read the book of Revelation, if you only read it by itself, like I tried to do when I first became a Christian, it's going to blow your mind, not in a good way, right? You're going to say, what in the world is going on here? And so what God says is here a little and there a little. And so you read a little bit in Daniel, a little bit in Revelation, Jeremiah, John, Matthew, and you can understand the book of Revelation, and it'll come alive. And we're going to do that meeting by meeting as we study together.